So, Ndadzo, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
So, you are founder and CEO of GraceNineteen. What is GraceNineteen? I'm a tenant or I'm a potential tenant. How exactly does GraceNineteen assist me?
If you're a tenant and then you don't have money to pay for the rental deposit, so you can come to us and then we can lend you money to pay for your rental deposit. But obviously, you want to pay for the rental deposit and make sure that your rental deposit is also safe. So that's where we can also offer you the rental deposit investment product. When you have our rental deposit investment product, it's all transparent, it's also safe. You don't have to worry about being in a situation where you didn't get your rental deposit back, or you're experiencing delays on your rental deposit, or you're not earning adequate interest on your rental deposit, because our rental deposit investment product protects you from that angle. But it also protects the landlord. So from the landlord's perspective, they don't have to worry about where they're going to invest the rental deposit in such a way that they are compliant with the Rental Housing Act. So we also assist from that perspective.
That's actually really helpful, because I know of many instances where people have complained that they've had unfair deductions or that they didn't even get their rental deposits back. So what made you think of this idea? Did you have an experience, a similar experience?
I had like a few issues where I felt like my rental deposit was mistreated when I was still renting. And yeah, so when it happened the second time, I just wanted to learn more about it. And yeah, so when it happened the second time, actually it was by luck, because that's when, so my landlord told me that they don't have money to refund my rental deposit. They're having financial issues and all that, but they were good people to me, so I was not really worried about it. I just said that when you have the money, you refund it back. And then a few days after that, that's when I read an article on the Rental Housing Act. So when I read that article, I was like, oh, this is interesting. But instead of going back to my landlord and say, but this is what the Act says, so I just started digging deeper. And at that point, for me, it felt like there was a need for an independent rental deposit management institution in South Africa. And yeah, that prompted the start of GraceNineteen.
So what does the Act say? So your landlord should have never spent your money to begin with.
Correct, yeah. So the Rental Housing Act says when a landlord receives a rental deposit, so they're supposed to take that money and invest it in a separate investment account, meaning that the landlord's financial affairs should not mix with the tenant's rental deposit money. It's just to protect the tenant, because if the money gets used for something else, then at the end of the lease, the tenant will not have anything to receive from the landlord as a refund of their rental deposit.
So is this something you always wanted to do, going into business?
I come from like an entrepreneurial background, so I wouldn't say like I grew up saying that I'm gonna be like a business person or start like a business one day. It was just me, like, I think trying to create something that I thought needed to be solved. So, I mean, just to create a company that I thought, could help like people to not come across maybe some of the issues that I experienced as a person.